In the shadow of an old oak tree where our names were carved for eternity, the sunset bleeds through the leaves like fire. Memories whisper on the breeze, a choir. Under that oak on that soft dirt floor, we swore our forever near the old porch door. The seasons turn as they always do, and under those branches only one shadow grew. Silence bleeds in this dusty heart. Winds carry voices while we're apart. The trails grow cold as the night draws in, lost in the echoes of what might have been. What might have been. Gravel roads where we once rode side by side, now just empty tracks where my sorrows hide. The cabin where laughter once filled the air stands hollow, the hearth cold and bare. Your scarf still hangs by the old wood chair, its colors faded like the love we shared. The rain taps soft on the window pane, rhythm to the tears of sorrow, the pain. Silence bleeds in this dusty heart. Winds carry voices while we're apart. The trails grow cold as the night draws in, lost in the echoes of what might have been. Oh, what might have been. Sometimes the quiet speaks louder than words, in the rustle of leaves, in the flight of the birds. I wander these hills with my heart laid bare, searching for signs of a love that was there. Oh, silence bleeds, oh, it cuts so deep through the whispers of love we promised to keep. As I walk these roads under fading skies, I see your smile in the sunrise. Yet in this quiet where I roam and tread, I carry your love and the silence bleeds. Yes, the silence bleeds where my heart still leads. Just what might have been. Under the shadow of an old oak tree where the whiskey carved your name next to mine, we watched the sun bleed into rocky plains as if the earth knew it cried for twilight time. The wind whispered secrets through the tall grass, your scarf danced like a wildflower dream. There on that porch time was a gentle pass in a quiet town where love was the theme. Oh, whiskey carved on the bark of a fading heart. The trails of tears, the trails of dust as we drift apart. The memories rust, a whiskey carved where my soul got caught. Now the oak stands alone against the raging storm, our names erased by the hands of rain. The cabin empty, the leather worn along the gravel roads where echoes retain. No laughter under the porch light, just silent shades, the scarf you left, now frayed and torn, each thread a tale of those sweet bygone days, faded like the fabric, weathered and worn. Oh, whiskey carved on the bark of a fading heart. The trails of tears, trails of dust as we drift apart. The memories rust, oh whiskey car, where my soul got caught. In the stillness of the night, I feel the pulse of old trails. Every star step you took away from this fading tale. And the moon, oh the moon, where's your face in its pale light, guiding my dreams to where love once burned so bright. Oh, whiskey carved my heart, forever marked underneath the skies, where our old love sparks in the quiet of the leaving, in the solace of the dark. Oh, whiskey carved forever, you are my heart's stark mark. Whiskey carved in the soul of this lonely lark. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the wind whispers through the leaves, she laughed under the summer sky, where hollow heart closed her eyes. We traced the path where wildflowers dream, past the creek where the water gleams. But now where once her laughter lies, only echoes softly sigh. Oh, my darling, gone like the sunset's glow, left me with these fields where lonely winds blow. Each whisper through the oak feels like a long drawn sigh, since hollow heart closed her eyes. Still creaks, but now it's just me. Her scarf still hangs, untouched by the breeze. The dust has settled on the road we'd ride, since she left one cold, starless night. The saddle rests, untouched, grows old, like the secrets in her heart untold. An empty cabin fills with shadows of her light, in the silence after she closed her eyes. Oh, my darling, gone like the sunset's glow, left me with these fields where lonely winds blow. Each whisper through the oak feels like a long drawn sigh, since hollow heart closed her eyes. And I roam these hills trying to find what remains of her in the twilight, but every trail just fades in the dying light, leading me back to the night she closed her eyes. So here I stand, alone, silhouette beneath the sky. Past keeps calling from the places we'd hide. The world moves on, but I'm still trying to find why her hollow heart had to close her eyes. I'm still singing to the stars, hoping they'll reply, since hollow heart closed her eyes.
By the road
rusted gate at Johnson's farm, there once we swore to stay. Underneath that gnarled oak's arm where night chased out the day. Your scarf, a slash of sunset, caught the breeze would gently sway. In those shadows love was taught, but time pulls threads away. Oh, how the winds did moan through the chinks of lonely walls, whispering tales of a heart grown cold, where once fiery passion calls. Every creak of that old porch swing like footsteps in empty halls. Rusted gate, my heart's closing, where your echoes softly fall. With the turning seasons, the creek beds dried, and so did your tender grace. The trails once trod with youthful stride, now a fading trace. That old cabin holds the laughter and the tears I can't erase. On gravel roads forever after, I ride from our lost embrace. Oh, how the winds did moan through the chinks of lonely walls, whispering tales of a heart grown cold, where once fiery passion calls. Every creak of that old porch swing like footsteps in empty halls. Rusted gate, my heart's closing, where your echo softly falls. In the dust where hoofprints settle beneath the weeping willow's frame, I find the strength to face the pedal, though my heart bears the flame. Memories like rain on tin, a rhythm none contain. Love's a game of lose or win, but never feels the same. Still moan through the chinks of what remains. A cowboy's soul turned to stone, wandering love's old plains. Every creak of that old porch swing, a reminder of the chains. Rusted gate forever swinging in the heartland's quiet refrains. Out where the oak tree shadows lie deep, I found a scar, faded red, left to keep. Under that old sky where our dreams used to fly, by the dusty trail where boots closed her eyes. We carved our names in the bark, wild and free. Promises whispered soft as the breeze. She laughed under moonlit canvases wide. Now nothing but echoes where her laughter once thrived. Oh, boots closed her eyes on that lonesome ridge high, where the sun sinks its sorrow into twilight's goodbye. And these trails, they went like the tears I've denied, since boots closed her eyes, since boots closed her eyes. There's an old porch swing swaying, untouched and alone, like the heart in my chest. It creaks and it moans, where we used to sit. The world seemed just right, now it's just shadows stretching long into the night. The Gravel roads whisper with each step I tread, speaking of days gone and the love that they bled. Her memory is a ghost town, a story gone cold, in a cabin of silence where truths remain untold. Oh, Boots closed her eyes on that lonesome ridge high, where the sun sinks its sorrow in a twilight's goodbye. And these trails, they went like the tears I've denied, since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes. And I wander these hills like a spirit in flight, chasing shadows and dust from the morning till night. But her whispers of wind I'll never outrun, a part of the land, the moon and the sun. So Boots closed her eyes and I bid my farewells to the dreams we once chased through these valleys and dells. May the stars hold her softly, may the prairie sing wide, while Boots sleeps beneath them and I keep the ride. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes. Oh, since Boots closed her eyes, my heart never flies, just circles above where our old love lies. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river's bend, I found your scarf, the color of the sunset's end. We danced 'neath starlit skies, so reckless and so young, where our whispers mingled with the songs that kites sung. Oh, my heart wore a brim like the hat that flew with the wind, chasing the dust down old gravel roads where our dreams had been. Now every sunset bleeds just a shade of what it's been, since my hat flew with the wind. Now the porch swing creaks along where your laughter filled the air. Those empty cabins moan with the ghost of every care. The saddle's worn and dry, like the tears I've learned to hide. On the trails we used to ride, now I wander far and wide. Yes, my heart wore a brim like the hat that flew with the wind, chasing the dust down old gravel roads where our dreams have been. Now every sunset bleeds just a shade of what it's been, since my hat flew with the wind. Sky where the eagle used to soar, I've come to realize I can't hold you anymore. But in the whispering breeze, in the rustling of the leaves, your memory softly weaves through everything I breathe. Still my heart wears a brim, like the hat that flew with the wind, chasing the dust down old gravel roads where our dreams have been. Every sunset bleeds just a shade of what it's been. Oh, how my hat flew with the wind. Guess I'll always be just as lost as that old hat in the wind.
Out by the creek, under a sky so wide, where the oak trees whisper to the starlit ride, I found your scarf, a fragment in the wind, red as the sunset where our love began. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch swing, in every dust-kicked trail and the songs we'd sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plains. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. Rode past the cabin where we once lay low, now it's just the bones where the cold winds blow. Gravel roads where your laughter filled the air, now just a silence that I can't bear. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch swing, in every dust-kicked trail and the songs we sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plains. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. And under wide open skies, I reckon my heartache's seen by stars that watched us dream once across these fields so green. Time's there a landless rider, it never heeds a plea, yet in its ruthless travel brings your memory back to me. Love waits in the silence of the fading trails, in the echoes of a song that the nightingale wails. Dust settles slow as my heart learns to roam. Love waits forever in this heart, your home.
In the heart of the valley where the cottonwoods sigh, I found love wild as dandelions under the July sky. Her laughter flowed like the creek after spring's rain. On that old wooden porch, I'd never feel that same. Oh, the dandelion field died young, taken by the wind, left unsung, like whispers in the dust. Her love slipped through my hands. Now I roam alone, shadow in these forgotten lands. Time wore down the trails where we once walked, gravel roads overgrown, oak doors forever locked. The cabin stands empty, the shell of memories, just echoes of her voice in the summer breeze.
Yes, the dandelion field died young. Scattered dreams, words left unstrung. In every sunset's glow, her absence I understand. A silhouette of solitude against the sprawling land. By the lantern's light, I see her scarf, faded and torn. Each thread a tale of what we were and what I mourn. Under the vast prairie sky, stars witness to my creed. Love's a wildflower, cherished most when it's a seed. Still the dandelion field died young in the quiet town where a song was sung. I'll carry this heartache till my own trail's end. In whispers of the wind I'll find her voice again.
You stepped off the train with dirt on your shoes. Sunlight kissed your hair like a sacred truth. The fields turned green just watching you smile. Even time slowed down for a while. You sang to the sheep, you danced in the rye, hung sheets in the wind like flags in the sky. The old oak bloomed, the bluebirds came. This wild land never felt the same. You were the spring of this land, my dear, turning silence into songs I could hear. Your laughter lit the river's bend. Your touch could teach the frost to end. You made the wheat sway just to see you pass. Put life in stone, turn mud to glass. This heart, this home, this rugged sand all bloomed 'cause you were the spring of this land. You painted the porch with sunflower hue, said a little color always pulls us through. You read by lanterns, sang in the rain, said pain was part of nature's game. But come one dusk, your eyes turned far. You whispered, I need to chase a star. I begged the sky to hold you tight. Spring don't stay past April's light. You were the spring of this land, my love, a prayer sent down from skies above. The cattle stood still when you passed by. Even coyotes watched with softer eyes. Now every bloom feels out of place, like they've all lost your warm embrace. The wind still tries to understand why it weeps where once blew the spring of this land. The soil remembers where you knelt. The barn still holds the warmth you felt. And though the seasons come and go, the heart knows what the land won't show. You were the spring of this land, it's true, and nothing's bloomed the same since you. I water flowers, they don't respond. I sing alone by the lily pond. The bees still buzz, the clouds still roam, but this ain't love just overgrown. You left your name in dirt and sand forever. The spring of this land.
In the gray dawn's light, neath the old oak shade, I found the scarf you wore, now a ghostly gray. It whispered of that spring by the creek we lay, where promises were carved in the cold morning made. Oh, how the winds they've changed since you went away. No more do those oaks sway where we once did lay. Cold morning carved in my heart, your name stays echoing through these hills in the silence of my days. I walk these dusty trails with your memory in tow, past the cabin's empty shell where the wild roses grow. Gravel roads stretch like the regrets I've come to own, lead into nowhere but the echoes of our lone shadow. Oh, how the winds they've changed since you went away. No more do those oaks sway where we once did lay. Cold morning carved in my heart, your name stays echoing through these hills in the silence of my days. Saddles worn and leather cracked, just like my weathered skin. Each line a story of loss, of the love I couldn't win. On this old porch I sit as the sun dips to give in. Night's blanket comes to cover all my sins. Oh, how the winds they whisper of what might have been. Softly they mourn with me for a love so serene. Cold morning carved in my soul where your warmth has been. I'm left holding memories in the silence of this dream. And as the stars look down, I'm a shadow fading thin in a world that keeps turning without you within. In the whisper of the oak trees by the soft creek's bend, there's an old porch where the shadows like to play. Through a cracked frame, listen, where our summer days were penned. I see your scarf dance with the breeze as if to say, oh, the winds they hold your laughter and the dust your gentle steps. The sunsets bleed like my heart across the endless sky, in this lonely silent picture where my ragged soul has a web. I'm just a shadow lingering where old memories lie. The gravel roads grew quiet, the cabin doors stand shy of the laughter and the warmth we left behind. And that old saddle beside me knows how hard I've tried to ride beyond the past, your face in every mile I find. Oh, the rains, they know the heartbreak, on the window pane they write. Each droplet spells the pain under this lonesome grave. In the silence of the fading trails, I lose you every night, but find you in the dawn's mist where dreams refuse to stay. There's a truth in the torment and peace in the plight, under stars that watch over the plains. As I lay me down by the firelight's glow, it's your whisper in the flicker, the softest echo in the crackle of the flames. So the winds will carry stories of a love not meant to tether. The dust will cover trails where we once walked side by side. In the heart of every sunset, we are whispering together. In a world that keeps turning, I'll keep you here inside. Oh, in a world that keeps on turning, I'll hold you deep inside.
Shadow, an old oak tree, silk scarf you left still whispers to me. Under the sky's fast fading embrace, old cabin windows, the ghost of your face. Every gust brings your laughter, sweet and so wild, lost in the echoes of the frontier. My heart beguiled. That scarf watched me leave down the gravel road worn, through the fields where our dreams and wildflowers were born. As the sunset paints sorrows and hues so deep, your memory's a treasure I can't help but keep. Oh, how that scarf watched me leave, my silent confession, tangled in winds of relentless progression. Years felt like raindrops on that dusty porch floor, where we danced neath the stars, not needing much more. But time's a thief in the quiet dusk side, took you from the valley where the old rivers lie. Now I roam through these towns where the past seems to cling. In every corner a memory sings. And that scarf watched me leave down the gravel road worn, through the fields where our dreams and wildflowers were born. As the sunset paints sorrows and hues so deep, your memory's a treasure I can't help but keep. Oh, how that scarf watched me leave, my silent confession, tangled in winds of relentless progression. Oh, every trail I trace and each road I ride carries the soft echo of you by my side. Maybe it's true, some loves never truly depart, they just ride alongside, deep in the heart. Yes, that scarf watched me leave, and it saw my tears fall as I whispered goodbye to the love that took all through the whispering pines. In the cold mountain air, I travel alone, but you're still everywhere. Oh, that scarf, it watched me leave in the silence of leaving. I forever grieve.
Out by Willow Creek, under the shade of an ancient oak, I carved our names inside a heart, a sacred vow I spoke. The sun danced through the leaves on your scarf, it caught a gleam. That summer by the creek side, now just a faded dream. Oh, the creek watched me leave, with dust on my boots and pain I couldn't relieve. Whispers in the wind, your laughter haunting me, echoes of what used to be. The creek watched me leave. Seasons turn the pages, old porches fell to time. The road we walked is overgrown with wildflowers and thyme. Where once our love burned bright, now only shadows move. In the silence of the empty cabins, I still search for you. Oh, the creek watched me leave, with dust on my boots and a sorrow I couldn't weave. The rustling of the leaves, like soft words from thee, echoes of what used to be. The creek watched me leave. There's a lonesome feeling, riding trails that turn to mist. Every sunset bleeds a color I try hard to resist. This saddle knows my burden, this path knows my cost. Every mile I'm further from the love I've lost. Oh, the creek watched me leave, with dust on my boots, under skies that grieve, holding on to a memory as the world lets go with ease, haunted by the echo. The creek watched me leave. Darkness takes the valley, and I whisper to the breeze, love's a tale for younger hearts, let mine at last find peace. Dust rises with my parting as the stars begin to weave. Only the creek remembers, and it watched me leave.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once told, leather boots side by side, yours were new, mine were old. We watched the sun bleed its gold over hills soft and bold, but your laughter's now a whisper in the prairie's windy fold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. The saddle sits untouched, it's weathered by the storm, in the cabin where your scarf lies tattered and forlorn. Old porch creaks underfoot like it mourns the morn. Since the day you left, it's just shadows I've adorn. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks blocks in size, and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. There's a quiet in the rain, a melody unsung, of gravel roads not taken and words we left unstrung. I roam through fading trails where our rivers once flowed, and now I understand some love's too heavy load. So I'll walk these vacant lands where our memories rove, with boots turned cold in the absence of love. Yes, these boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone. A cowboy's heart wanders, forever withdrawn. Oh, these boots have turned cold, but the journey's not old. In the silence of the sunset, where our stories retold.
Underneath the pine where the sky lays claim, we carved our names. The wind speaks them still. By that old creek bend where the water ran, you laughed so free, your scarf caught in the chill. Oh, how that pine tree sank, roots deep in the past, where our echoes lay on the summer's breath. Now I ride through whispers of the grass, haunted by the sunset's crimson death. Years fell away like leaves from the oak our cabin stands, but it's a shadow's dwell. I pass by trails where our laughter spoke, and just dusty roads with tales they yearn to tell. Oh, how that pine tree sank, roots lost in sorrow, holding the weight where my heart once lay. Each passing day borrows from tomorrow, yet still I roam where you and dreams fray. On that old porch, the wood worn by time, I see us dance, shadows in the rain. The stars above, witnesses to our prime, now just flickers, light in the pain. Oh, how that pine tree sank under weight of skies, love's deep imprint on the earth we trod. I whisper goodbye as another sunset dies. In the lonely vast I talk to God, where the heart finds its rest beneath the sod.
There's an old oak by the river bend where the scars of our youth fluttered in the wind. We carved our names, young and bold, under the sun where the wagon wheel hides, in the dusted trails where shadows confide. Oh, those wagon wheels rolling slow through wild lands where my heart used to go. Now just echoes in the lonely night. Wagon wheel hides and so does the light. Every creek a story, every turn a sight, holding memories as the years pass by. Porch still creaks at the old homestead, but it's just a whisper without her tread. That gravel road once ours to share now leads to silence and a cold, empty chair. Saddles rest, the fireplace cold, in the cabin where our love story told. Oh, those wagon wheels rolling slow through quiet towns where my dreams used to go. Now just shadows in the fading light. Wagon wheel hides and so does the night. Every creek a story, every turn a sight, holding memories as life drifts by. Rain falls like tears on the dusty ground, each drop a moment, a lost love found. In the stillness I hear a call, a whisper from the past, the rise and fall. So here I stand where we once lied, under the oak by the riverside. Wagon wheel hides beneath the aging sky, a testament of love, a never-ending why. And every sunset's glow and every star's light, I find her smile in the quiet of the night. In the shadow of the old oak tree, there used to hang a swing for you and me, a rope frayed by time, the seed worn thin. We carved our names, let our dreams begin. But now the oak stands tired and lone, the swing's long gone like the love we had known, just the whisper of leaves and the creek's soft moan underneath the blue where the wild winds are blown. Oh, the swing forgot and the world moved on. Dusty trails where our laughter once shone. The hills hold the echo of what's come and gone, as I ride these lands where my heart was drawn. The scarf you left is threadbare and old on the porch where our stories quietly told of quiet evenings and rain soft sighs. Now nothing but a crow's lonely cries. The cabin stands but it's empty within, like the hollow remembrance of might have been. Gravel roads stretch but they're leading nowhere, each sunset a reminder of the love we shared. Oh, the swing forgot and the world moved on. Dusty trails where our laughter
despair. Felt the sting of the rain, the harsh prairie air. Yet in the depths of the night, your memory's clear. A soft, gentle voice that I'm aching to hear. Yes, the swing forgot and so must I. But memories like shadows, they never truly die. I'll carry this heartache till the day I'm laid low beneath the old oak where our young love did grow. As the horizon swallows the sun's fading light, I whisper your name to the gathering night and hope that somewhere you're thinking of me under the oak by the long lost swing. Out where the dogwood blooms meet dusty trails of yore, under the shade of an old oak tree, by the cabin with the creaky door. There where the sunset bleeds into the earth and sky, that's where I remember her, where our love did lie. She wore a scarf of scarlet, it danced upon the breeze, a laughter light as raindrops whispering through the leaves. Wagon wheel closed her eyes as the twilight fell, her whisper soft as the wind in the silence of my spell. Lonely is the saddle and empty is my bed. The wagon wheel closed her eyes and all her dreams were said. Years have rolled like river stones, worn smooth and sent downstream. The oak tree's grown, the cabin's aged like the edges of a dream. Gravel roads are overgrown, the trails don't know my tread. The fire's cold and the porch is still, but her memories never fled. The scarf I keep a token is faded by the sun, just like the love I hold for her, a battle never won. Wagon wheel closed her eyes as the stars began to spread, her voice an echo fading over words we never said. Lonely is the saddle and empty is my bed. Wagon wheel closed her eyes where our love was softly shed. Now I roam these lands, a shadow in the dust, a cowboy with his heartstrings tangled up in rust. I've learned that love's a ghost town, a whisper lost in breeze, a scarf caught in the branches, a weathered lonely trees. Wagon wheel closed her eyes and the night sky turned to gray. Her memory's a melody in the twilight I replay. Lonely is the saddle and heavy is my head. A wagon wheel closed her eyes and with them all was said. Wagon wheel closed her eyes, oh the price of love we pay. On the lonesome roads we wander forever and a day.
oak tree where the wild roses used to grow. I found your scarf, a faded red, left behind like the love we know. That dusty path by Johnson's farm still haunts my boots, I roam alone. Each step a memory hard and warm, a ghost of laughter, your soft tone. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. The porch still creaks just like it did when we'd sit watching rain sweep in. But now the wood's as empty as the heartbeats missing from within. These gravel roads, they know my stride. They've watched the years peel from my soul. Once walked with joy, now each a ride towards tomorrow's ceaseless toll. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. Oh, how the wildlands bleed and blend with every tear that the sky has sent. In every gust your scent returns, as fleeting as the fire that burns. I whisper names into the breeze, praying they'll carry back to thee. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset paints the end of dreams and dust both swept away. These lonely trails, these fading scars guide me to where I'll always part. Underneath these morning stars, with your memory forever my heart. In the quiet of night the wind sings low, and I reckon it's time to let you go.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names are carved deep, under skies wide and blue, where the promises we'd keep, by the creek's gentle murmur, we'd laugh through the day. Now nothing but the whisper of the leaves where they sway. Old Porch Creek's lonely as the evening sun fades. I'm clinging to the ghosts of your soft fleeting shades. But love walked away like the setting sun's glow, left me with the stars and the cold winds blow, riding trails of solitude where my heart can't sway, through the dust and the twilight, since love walked away. The saddle sits heavy on an old tired steed, riding past grown over where your laughter once lead. The scarf you left behind, now faded and worn, like the dreams we once had, now tattered and torn. That old gravel road untouched by new rain, keeps holding the tracks of your leaving train. But love walked away like the setting sun's glow, left me with the stars and the cold winds blow, riding trails of solitude where my heart can't sway, through the dust and the twilight, since love walked away. So here's to the silence, and here's to the night, to the memories that haunt me till the morning light. May the moon guide my path as I wander astray, in the lands that know secrets of where you lay. Yes, love walked away like the setting sun's glow, left me with the stars and the cold winds blow, riding trails of solitude where my heart can't sway, through the dust and the twilight, since love walked away. And if time is a healer, why's the hurt still the same? As I tread on this ground, softly whispering your name.